Hi students, today I am going to discuss few more questions related to forensic science scientific officer examination. First question is, what is the correct sequence for the process occurring in a mass spectrometer? So correct option is A, that is vaporization, ionization, acceleration followed by deflection. So here is the process that is going to take place in mass spectrometer. First the sample will be vaporized, then it is bombarded with high energy electrons, so that process will be called ionization. Then that ions formed will be accelerated and it enters into electromagnetic field where they deflect and finally they are detected. So if you see the next question, the frequency of a transition is 5.4 into 10 power 15 hertz. So what is the corresponding wavelength? So here we need to find the corresponding wavelength for this given frequency, and correct option will be C, that is 5.6 into 10 power minus 8 meter. So here they are given frequency, that is 5.4 into 10 power 15 hertz, and by using the formula velocity of light is equal to wavelength into frequency, we can find the wavelength. So here velocity of light, it is 3 into 10 power 8 meter per second. By substituting these values, that is velocity of light 3 into 10 power 8 meter per second divided by given frequency, that is 5.4 into 10 power 15 hertz, here as per centimeter. So finally we are going to get the wavelength, that is 5.6 into 10 power minus 8 meter. So if it is converted into nanometer, means for this wavelength, in terms of nanometer it will become 56 nanometer. But in the option we have 5.6 into 10 power minus 8 meter. So that will be the correct answer. So if we come for the next question, which molecule has 4 carbon environment, 4 proton environment and a characteristic proton NMR peak at 9.5 ppm? So here option A will be correct. The butyl molecule, we can get a 4 signal in NMR, that is 1 signal due to aldehydic proton and 2 signals due to methylene proton and 1 signal due to methyl proton. Okay, and aldehydic proton will resonate at 9.5 ppm. And if you come for the 13C NMR, here also you are going to get 4 signals, 1 carbon from carbonyl group and 2 carbons from methylene group and 1 carbon from methyl. So correct option will be A, that is butyraldehyde. Next question, which statement best describes the intramolecular bonding in HCl molecule? So here we need to choose the best statement regarding intramolecular bonding in HCl. The correct option or the statement which suits this is electrostatic attraction between H plus and Cl minus ion. Next question, which pair of species is listed in increasing order of property given? So here they are given 4 properties. So we need to identify increasing order of property. Which pair will be in increasing order of property? So if you look at ionization energy, oxygen is having lesser ionization energy compared to fluorine. And if you come for radius, magnesium atom is having greater radius than magnesium 2 plus. And melting point, iodine is having greater melting point than bromine. And if you come for covalent character, HI is having lesser covalent character than HBr. So here the question is regarding increasing order. So option A and D both are correct, because increasing order ionization energy will increase from oxygen to fluorine, and if you see the covalent character, it also increases from HI to HBr. So if you come for next question, what is the order of increasing energy of the orbital within a single energy level? So that is option B is correct, that is S is having lesser energy compared to P, and which in turn is having lesser energy than D orbital, and which is in turn less energy compared to F orbital. In neutron activation analysis, the radiation commonly detected is gamma rays. So if you see the neutron activation analysis, the radiation which will be detected is gamma rays. Next question, the number of degenerate spatial orbital of a hydrogen-like atom with principal quantum number n is equal to 6. Here the degenerate orbitals for principal quantum number n is equal to 6 is D. Option is correct, that is 36. So in order to find orbital degeneracy, we can use this formula G is equal to n square. So since n value is given is equal to 6, so if we substitute we can get 36, or else this can also be determined by using principal quantum number and azimuthal quantum number, that is n is equal to 6, and if you find L value, that is to get 5, and we know L values 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it can represent S, P, D, F, G, H. So sum of these will give 36. Next question, the sine square theta value obtained from X-ray powder diffraction pattern of a solid are 2x, 4x, 6x, 8x, where x is equal to 0.06. The wavelength of X-ray used to obtain this pattern is 1.54 Angstrom. The unit cell and unit cell length respectively are. Here option A is correct, that is BCC, and its unit cell length will be 3.146 Angstrom. So this is a 4 marks question which is asked in CSIR also. So for this BCC, H plus K plus L value, it should be even. So if you look at 2x, 4x, 6x, 8x, all are even. So on that basis we can say it belongs to BCC, and by using this formula sin square theta is equal to n square lambda square by 4a square into h square plus k square plus l square, we are going to get unit cell length equal to 3.146 Angstrom. Next question, the first ionization energy is the lowest for selenium is correct. So here we need to find first ionization energy which is lowest. So if you see phosphorus and arsenic will come under same group, and both have completely filled s orbital and off filled p3 orbital. And if you come for selenium, here it is having p4 electron, so if we remove one electron, then it is going to attain completely filled s orbital and partially off filled p orbital. So that selenium is going to have lowest first ionization energy. Next question, consider the following reaction: H2SO3 plus SN4 plus H2O give rise to SN2 plus H2SO4 plus 3H plus. Which statement is correct? So here we need to choose the correct statement, and option B is correct, that is H2SO3 is the reducing agent because it undergoes oxidation. So in this reaction given, H2SO3 will act as reducing agent, so thereby it will undergo oxidation, and SN4 plus will act as oxidizing agent, so thereby it will undergo reduction. So these are the few questions which has been asked in the forensic science scientific officer examination. Thank you.